On the news, reinstated Deputy Governor of Edo State Philip Shaibu defects to the All Progressives Congress (APC). Senate affirms structures in place for 2024 budget financing. Federal government unveils roadmap to lead Africa's digital trade revolution. Hello and welcome to News Now on TV 360 Nigeria. I'm Simisola Atikun. The reinstated Deputy Governor of Edo State, Philip Shaibu, alongside the People's Democratic Party (PDP) Legacy Coalition members in his company, have officially defected to the All Progressives Congress (APC). Shaibu, who had earlier declared his intention to defect to the APC, made the move during the party's Edo State inauguration of the National Working Committee meeting held on Saturday. The development follows an accusation by Shaibu on Friday that his principal, Godwin Obaseki, denied him entry into the state days after the Federal High Court in Abuja ordered his reinstatement as Deputy Governor. Shaibu also accused Obaseki of orchestrating Thursday's attack in Benin City, alleging that Obaseki was keeping true to his earlier promise to destroy him. He was in company of the governorship candidate of the APC, Nedo Monday Okpebolo, when the assailants, who reportedly killed a policeman in their convoy, struck. I'm now joined by political affairs analyst Jide Ojo to discuss Shaibu's defection to the All Progressives Congress (APC). Thank you, sir, for your time. Now, Shaibu has returned to the APC, where he was a member before joining the PDP with his principal, Godwin Obaseki. Do you think he made a mistake leaving the APC in the first place?
No, he didn't make a mistake. Recall that in 2020, when himself and his principal, Godwin Obaseki, left APC for PDP, they were more or less pushed out. Pushed out in the sense that the dramatis personnel then was the national chairman of APC, which was former governor of Edo State and former president of Nigeria Labour Congress, Comrade Adams Oshiomhole. Oshiomhole had accused Godwin Obaseki of non-qualification. This is after the governor had served for 4 years. He now said, oh, he is not qualified, his academic records are scaling. So I recall at that time that Obaseki had to visit President Muhammadu Buhari to explain to him that he actually didn't want to leave APC. But since APC wasn't ready to give him ticket, particularly being that Oshiomhole was interested in installing Pastor Eze Iyamu instead of Godwin Obaseki in 2020. Obaseki had to leave. And when Obaseki left, he was able to create pathway for Philip Shaibu to come with him and to also retain his seat as his running mate in that 2020 governorship election. So, sincerely speaking, it wasn't a mistake that he left APC for PDP. Politics, you must know, Simisola, is a game of interest. There's no permanent friendship or enmity. It's only interest that is permanent. So, his interest in PDP is no longer served. He has been pushed out. He has been impeached. The court has said that the impeachment did not follow due process, and he knew he would not be allowed to be reinstated. So, where he could get political refuge is under APC, which is the ruling party at the center.
Right. So, before his defection, Shaibu had accused the PDP of killing internal democracy with the ways its primary election was conducted, like you have earlier spoken. Now, would his defection from with the PDP Legacy Coalition members, would it affect the party in any way?
His defection will affect the fortune of the party in a sense. Don't forget, Philip is a grassroots politician, and himself and Danobi are very key to this, key and central to the winning of Obaseki in 2020. Right now, as you know, politics is a game of numbers. If those who defected from PDP today to APC. If they remain in PDP, it will have swelled the rank of APC. PDP. But now that their number is diminishing ahead of the September 21 governorship election, it means that APC's gain is PDP's loss. And being an election year and knowing full well that the party at the center have its eye on winning at all costs Edo State, they have just put petrol to fire. So I think it's PDP that needs to think twice about losing some of his valued members, because right now it seems like PDP is a house that is divided against itself in Edo State. And when things fall apart, center will not hold. And this is bad optics for them ahead of the forthcoming governorship election. So for PDP, for APC, it's time to rejoice that many more are coming. And when you look at the arithmetic, APC has majority in the House of Reps from Edo State, has majority in the Senate from Edo State. They have 2 out of 3. That's Oshomole and Okwebolu, losing only Edo South to Labour Party. So if PDP has lost that kind of ground in the general election in 2023, what it should have done is to make sure that it wins many more into its fold ahead of this governorship election. But losing grassroots politicians like Danobi, like Philip Shuaibu, it's sad for PDP. We wait for the verdict of the people of Edo State when the governorship election comes on September 21.
Right, political affairs analyst Mr. Jide Ojo, thank you very much for weighing in on the development. A robust structure to finance the capital component of the 2024 budget. This announcement was made by the Senate Chairman on Appropriations, Senator Olamilekan Solomon, during an interactive session between the State Committee on Appropriations and the Minister of Budget and National Planning, Senator Atiku Bagudu, on Friday at the National Assembly. TV360's Folashade Olusegun fast report from Abuja.
The minister was invited to provide insight into the 6.2 trillion naira supplementary appropriation approval for the 2024 budget as requested by President Bola Tinubu. During the session, committee members questioned the significant investments allocated for the Badagry-Sokoto Highway and the Lagos-Calabar Highway, expressing concerns about the abandonment of road projects across the nation.
When you mentioned or gave details about the breakdown of the big-ticket projects under the Renewed Hope Infrastructure Fund, I didn't hear you talk about the East-West Road. I know there's a lot of talk about the Coastal Road, Lagos to Calabar, which I represent coastal communities. So we are not opposed to that road. The East-West Road started over 20 years ago, as you very well know. So very well know. And before the Coastal Road, as important as it is, we have had the East-West Road on the front burner, abandoned, for different reasons. So I was asking whether we shouldn't, in this Renewed Hope infrastructure arrangement, make provision for it.
There's serious concern, especially from our constituents, on the abandoned roads that we all have everywhere. So I'm also concurring with my friends, with my colleagues, in the aspect of completing. You can imagine Abuja to Minna is still not completed.
For those of you that are talking about roads that are already under construction, quite honestly, this particular road I'm talking about is going to be an easy route to anybody going to the north from Lagos.
The minister addressed the committee members' concerns, assuring them that the federal government has not abandoned any ongoing infrastructure projects.
All the questions go to one essential reality, that the decision that we should confront our reality once and for all and without playing blame game is a commendable one. It's an act of statesmanship by President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We are suffering the consequences of underinvestment in almost everything in our national life, and we have to deal with it at some point or the other. There's never a golden time to deal with it, and this is one such time, and Mr. President had decided to lead the charge so that we deal with it.
In his closing remarks, Senator Olamilekan Solomon announced that the government has the full capacity to finance the 2024 budget with approximately 2 trillion naira allocated for capital development funds.
One important question that was also asked is about the financing the budget. That we have a budget already. What is the situation with the budget performance with the addition of this? But I want to assure you that as far as financing the budget is concerned, we all know that as far as the current expenditure is concerned, there have not been any defaults anywhere. The government have put structure in place to finance the capital component of the budget. As at the last count, I'm fully aware that the Capital Development Fund has contained in it about 2 trillion naira, waiting for mobilization and uploading by various MDAs and departments and ministries.
The breakdown of the amended 2024 budget to be submitted next week will be debated by both chambers of the National Assembly, while ministries, departments, and agencies will defend their budget allocations before the relevant Senate committees.
The making of the largest drawing in the world by an individual continues at the Onikan Stadium by Nigerian medical doctor and visual artist Fola David, who began his official attempt to break the Guinness World Record on Tuesday, July 16. The artwork, titled Unity in Diversity, will feature a map of Nigeria on canvas measuring 850 square meters and highlights the country's diverse tribes through their unique attires, languages, art, and essence. Wayemi Owoshene, who captured the excitement, completes the story.
Supporters have gathered here at the Onikan Stadium, Lagos, to cheer on Nigerian doctor and visual artist Fola David as he embarks on an attempt to break the Guinness World Record for the largest drawing by an individual. The record-breaking attempt has generated significant interest in the world of art. David says he not only aims to break a record, but also to incorporate the art and stories of Nigerians living together, despite their different cultures and tradition, with the cultural mosaic.
Thinking about what I could do that was very big, that would push my talents, my abilities to the limit. And then in what way can I do that would also create a large impact, that would also change the lives of people. And that's why I decided to break the record in this direction. That way we're not just breaking a record, but we're also making impact. We're also trying to enlighten people. We're also trying to foster understanding between Nigerians. It's all about unity and diversity, which is the name of the artwork. Something that celebrates our culture, something that reminds us of our culture and reminds us that there is strength in our diversity.
David's works have been featured in various exhibitions and galleries, and he has received numerous awards and recognition for his contributions to the art world. Considering the magnitude of the Unity in Diversity project, David said he encountered numerous challenges.
This idea first came up in 2015. We weren't able to do it because of it was a very expensive record. The sheer size of the canvas alone and the materials and everything it was a challenge getting all of that until about last year when we got our sponsor Stolaram, who decided to take care of all of that for us. And then the next challenge was the venue, which the Lagos State government supported us with.
Fans, family and friends of Fola David says the Unity in Diversity project will showcase the richness of Nigeria's cultures to the world.
Very impressive, very exciting. Whenever I see people challenging or trying to do this, I'm excited. You could see, and this is even more peculiar because of the theme, Unity in Diversity. Trying to do this for days now. This is the spirit entrepreneurial spirit of Nigerian youth today. That's why I keep saying we must give them a conducive environment to thrive, because they'll change the world.
In everything happening in this country now, with the tribe thingy going on, Fola is trying to say, you know what, guys, at the end of the day, we are one Nigeria, you know, and if you know what he's drawing people from different tribes, different regions, different beliefs, you know, and that's for him to say that, you know what, no matter what is going on, no matter where you are, no matter what you do, no matter what you think, at the end of the day, it's just one. We are just one at the end of the day. So that's why it's Unity in Diversity, and I give him kudos for this. It's really amazing.
It's actually a great one. So when I see like Nigerians trying to put our country on the map, it makes me excited and it makes me happy. So someone has done it before, as we all know, and someone is doing it again. So I hope and I pray that he gets it so that we get there.
Giving details of the project, the media supervisor says people from various tribes are working together tirelessly, united by the goal of breaking the world record.
Oh well, it's an amazing team, Unity in Diversity, because, you know, the way Nigeria is right now, we have a lot of people that are, you know, that feel like we're not united. But this kind of like reestablished that fact that, you know, we have people that are from different tribes, and, you know, we love working together, and everybody is working with the same mindset, with one uniform goal of, you know, making sure that we see to it that Fola David, you know, gets to beat the world record for largest drawing in the world.
The attempt is scheduled to end on Sunday, July 21st, 2024.
Fola David is trying to surpass the current Guinness World Record holder, Ravi Soni from India, who achieved a drawing of 629.98 square meters. Okpayemi Owosheni, TV360 News, Lagos.
8 agencies operating in the conflict-ravaged parts of northeast Nigeria are warning of dire humanitarian conditions there and demanding urgent assistance to address the problem. Camps are getting overcrowded, essential supplies are running low, and feeding is becoming a very difficult challenge for thousands of displaced persons there. Our correspondent Emeka Mako, who just got back from Dekwa local government area of Borno State, files this situation report.
Driving through Dekwa local government area, it's not difficult to notice the signs of the dire humanitarian crisis confronting this northeastern Borno community and the urgent need for intervention. At the Stabilization Center in Dekwa General Hospital, managed by Mercy Corps with funding from the Nigerian Humanitarian Fund, many women with their infants are waiting to see the medical personnel. Their infants are all suffering from acute malnutrition. 23-year-old Fatmata Madu and a 6-month-old baby have already been admitted. Both mother and baby have been diagnosed with acute malnutrition. That of the baby is even severe. Across the world, several other mothers and their infants are all on admission for the same health challenge too. Another big challenge is that the medical facility in Dekwa lacks a robust antenatal care unit, as expectant mothers are often referred to Maiduguri, which is about 96 kilometers away.
The renovation too is important. The facilities we need to operate with, we need to work with too. It's what we need in order to make it at least a CMONG facility where they can get their blood transfusion here, they can get cesarean section done here, and any other procedures they will get to do here. Because most of the time, in the process of referral to Maiduguri, because of the road is bad, and mostly the movement stops around 2 p.m. By 2, no car is allowed to move out of this particular environment.
9 out of 10 wards in Dekwa local governments are inaccessible to humanitarian partners due to insecurity. The humanitarian response is therefore limited to the people in various camps in Dekwa town. But the camps are too congested. One of them is the IOM Reception Center, which was originally meant to receive new IDPs for at least 3 days and resettle them.
Right now, as you can see, there are more than 30 patients waiting for admission, and though we have just 20 bed capacity, and those 20 bed capacity have been occupied, and if we do rounds on daily basis, we can just discharge maximum 6 patients, depending on whoever has been stabilized, cured, will be discharged home. And this means we are going to admit an additional 6 at most, you know. So the remaining ones, we cannot be able to admit them, though we are planning to expand from 20 to 35 bed capacity in the next few weeks to come. But still, I assure you, we cannot be able to handle the bulk of patients coming to us.
Aid workers say the food shortage is forcing some of the displaced persons to resort to desperate measures to feed themselves.
Asking an adolescent girl of age of 15, 14, 16 to go out and sleeping with men in order to get money. So, and also forcing a girl to marry out of her will because of for the less mouths to feed.
Magana namu a kampon din muna zama a kampon ana ba mu abincin amma abincin baya ishe mu.
The foods that they are redeeming is not enough for them. And meanwhile, most of them they have been scaled down from this program. But now they are pleading to those that are not benefiting that they scale down, they want to scale them up. They have no access to the market. They are doing nothing. They depend on only those the food that is WFP being given to them. But those food that it is not enough to them, it's not satisfied them at the
To help address the food challenge, one of the humanitarian organizations operating in the community, Mercy Corps, has introduced some of the displaced persons to various kinds of farming methods like arable crop production, backyard and kitchen garden, poultry production, and others.
One thing important with our intervention is that we promote climate-smart agriculture in our intervention. Our intervention are eco-friendly, and all our activities are purely organic. They will be able to raise their chicken that we have been given to them, and the chicken started laying eggs, and they have gotten the means of livelihood, thereby selling the egg, and it's also improving their nutritional status.
One of those who have embraced the farming scheme is Falmata Kachala, a mother of 9. She says it helped in no small measure.
Talking about the demo site, where they were given adequate training on how to raise nursery of amaranth, sorrel, okra, etc., and then so also the rice. Before the insurgency, they have access to farmlands, and then where they farm a lot. But with the insurgents, now they have limited access to farmlands. So they are looking for more window where more help will come in.
Local and international efforts are geared towards food security in Dikwa, and so far, over 23,000 households and 90 individuals have benefited from the World Food Programme interventions.
So actually, we are doing our best in order to see those in critical need who are supported. And the effort that we are making, we are advocating to other partners in order to have access or support for food intervention for those affected people.
But with donuts fundings now running low, aid agencies are finding it increasingly difficult to continue to provide the life-saving services they have been rendering to the displaced persons in Dikwa. Many still go hungry for days, and things may get worse in the coming weeks and months if the funding dries up completely.
We'll take a break now, but coming up, Biden vows to stay in U.S. presidential race despite calls to step aside for a younger candidate. Details when News Now returns. Welcome back. Let's take you through our major stories. The reinstated Deputy Governor of Edo State, Philip Shaibu, alongside the People's Democratic Party (PDP) legacy coalition members in his company have officially defected to the All Progressives Congress (APC). Shaibu, who had earlier declared his intention to defect to the APC, made the move during the party's Edo State inauguration of the National Working Committee held on Saturday. We also told you that the Nigerian Senate has assured that the federal government has established a robust structure to finance the capital component of the 2024 budget. This announcement was made by the Senate Chairman on Appropriations, Senator Olamilekan Solomon, during an interactive session between the Senate Committee on Appropriations and the Minister of Budget and National Planning, Senator Atiku Bagudu, on Friday at the National Assembly. In case you missed any of our news bulletins or for more updates, you can catch us on Limex World TV and AVO TV or log on to our website on www.tv360nigeria.com. You can also follow us on our social media platforms on Twitter, Instagram and YouTube at TV360 Nigeria, or download our mobile app on Google Play Store, Huawei App Gallery and Apple Store. On Facebook, we're at TV360 Online. On business, the federal government has unveiled a comprehensive strategy to lead Africa's digital trade revolution within the framework of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement (AfCFTA). The strategy is part of the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration to harness trade as a catalyst for economic growth and continental cohesion in line with AfCFTA objectives. To this effect, Vice President Kashim Shettima says Nigeria is in a unique position to spearhead the continent's technological transformation. Delivering the keynote address during the stakeholder summit in Abuja, Shettima outlined key components of the roadmap to include implementation of AfCFTA's digital trade protocol and the development of expansive technical talent hubs. On the foreign scene, United States President Joe Biden has promised to remain in the presidential race and beat his opponent despite growing calls from members of his Democratic Party asking him to withdraw. The 81-year-old, who is isolating at his beach house in Delaware since his COVID-19 diagnosis, took aim at his rival Donald Trump, who just wrapped up the Republican National Convention, in a series of posts online on Friday, and says he would return to campaigning next week. However, other Democrats have indicated that the growing unease among top Democrats among Biden's candidacy did not reflect the broader sentiment across the party. Now in sports, following the world record of the longest chess marathon record set by Nigerian chess champion Tunde Onakoya, awareness and appreciation of the game in the country has significantly improved. And in commemoration of the 2024 International Chess Day, enthusiasts of the game say more efforts is necessary to improve Nigeria's participation on the world stage. Speaking with TV360 Nigeria, the Chief Executive Officer, Africa Chess Media, Babatunde Ogunshiku, says participating in International Chess Day activities will also augur well for the country.
Well, the significance of chess to an ordinary man is more of a mind thing. It's a brain thing. It's something that helps to evolve the human mind and helps to build the people, the person, the character of people. Chess is that game that when you play it consistently and you learn with it, you learn how to play, you learn how to understand it, then you find out that you are changing your life therewith. And at the same time, in all, you are building yourself for not just the now, but also the future. As a country, we need a lot of sponsorship to be well represented in international events because, yes, currently we try as much as possible, players try as much as possible to build themselves, to get prepared for tournaments. And this administration has actually been doing a lot of good for chess players nationally, considering a number of events that they are putting together. But then we need to test our mights against better players out there. So I won't say currently we are very represented in international events. I am Pan-African, so yes, I would say congratulations to all the Africans out there that are doing their best to ensure that chess becomes a home sport.
And it's a wrap on our bulletin on News Now. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you again next time.